Welcome to Girls Gone Hallmark, a Hallmark review podcast. I'm Megan, and I'm a longtime Hallmark fan.
I'm Wendy. I'm a former Hallmark hater.
On today's episode, we're continuing our deep dive into Hallmark Hall of Fame Christmas movies with the movie A Season for Miracles, which is now streaming on Hallmark Plus and originally aired on December 12th, 1999 on CBS.
Crazy.
This is probably our deepest cut. Although I don't know actually when next week's movie aired.
I don't know either.
But
I don't even know what next week's movie is yet.
I think it's something Thursday, December 3rd. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Head on over to Instagram where we are Girls Gone Hallmark and give us a follow there so you always know what episodes are coming up from us, especially when we do these throwback movies and series, so you can get them watched and listen along with us.
Yeah. Hey, we also would love your emails. Shoot us one at hello@girlsgonehallmark.com. I'm honestly unaware of the feedback from our community this month. I don't know if they are listening to these reviews, watching these movies. I have no idea.
They are. They're listening along with us.
Do they like when we hit the Hallmark Hall of Fame Christmas movies or not?
Let me read an email from Jamie. She says, just listen to your Christmas train episode, and now I have anxiety about November Christmas, which is next week's episode. I mentioned watching it. It's not very Christmas either, but Sam Elliott.
I love Sam Elliott.
She goes on to say, also, when I was in 5th grade, my family of 5 took a train from Chicago to Los Angeles. We had 2 sleeper cars that they combined into one room. It was tiny. My husband and I always take the train when we go from Southwest Washington to Seattle. We love it so much. But once we got stuck on the tracks due to a wildfire.
Oh no. Oh, I think that might be worse than snow.
She says, I'm sure none of this is helping the cause.
That's got to be worse than snow.
Absolutely.
Oh my God.
Finally, there is a Christmas train that runs out of Hood River, Oregon, and one that runs along the Oregon coast. Both are only an hour or so.
By the way, I've been to Hood River. I love Hood River.
And I love the Oregon coast.
We had family friends who have a home there, and we went in the summertime. And it was just spectacular. I remember sitting in their living room and the windows were open and they have all these trees and you could hear the wind rustling through the trees and not one other single noise. It was just lovely.
That's nice.
It was lovely. And they had this huge vegetable garden that you could like walk through. And I have this picture of my daughter who was probably like 6 at the time holding this like huge cucumber that they it was really nice. Yeah, that makes me sad. She's going to college. Okay,
sunrise.
Oh, don't do it.
Let's hear a synopsis for A Season for Miracles.
Forced to take charge of her niece and nephew, Emily Thompson needs a miracle to keep their family together. Michael
Pressman directed the film, a 2-time Emmy winner. He's directed episodes of acclaimed series including Picket Fences, Chicago Hope, Blue Bloods, and Law & Order SVU.
Maria Nation wrote the screenplay. She's known for other Hallmark projects like One Summer and The Beach House.
Carla Gugino stars as Emily. Her credits include Spy Kids, Gerald's Game, and Netflix's The Fall of the House of Usher.
David Conrad stars as Nathan. He spent 5 seasons playing Jim Clancy on Ghost Whisperer, a role many viewers will remember, or just me, because I loved Ghost Whisperer.
Mae Whitman stars as Alana. After a career spanning more than 3 decades, Mae most recently starred in Hallmark's The 12 Dates of Christmas. She also, I saw on social media, just announced a new project she's in.
Really?
I would tell you the name, but I don't remember it.
I love her. Guys, and if you didn't watch the 12 Dates of Christmas last year, watch it on Hallmark Plus.
Yes, so good.
So good. Kathy Baker appears as social worker Ruth. Kathy is a 3-time Emmy winner for her role as Jill on Picket Fences.
I can't remember if I ever watched Picket Fences. Did you?
No, it was a little like more mature than time. Yeah, then I was like a teenager.
Is it streaming? I just gotta know.
Do I need to watch it? I mean, the director won Emmys for directing that show too.
It's not streaming.
Really?
You can buy it, but it's not streaming.
Yeah. Okay.
Laura Dern appears as Barry. The Oscar-winning actress has starred in everything from Jurassic Park to Big Little Lies and Marriage Story.
Patty Duke plays the Angel. The Oscar-winning actress is best remembered for The Miracle Worker and The Patty Duke Show. Patty passed in 2016 at the age of 69.
Oh, she was young. Lynn Redgrave appears as the judge, best known for her Oscar-nominated performance in Georgie Girl. She was also a celebrated stage and screen actress. Lynn passed in 2010 at the age of 67.
Gone too soon, these actresses.
Indeed.
Tony Award winner Mary Louise Wilson appears as Karina. She's one of the sister neighbors.
Yes.
She won a Tony for originating the role of Little Edie in Broadway's Grey Gardens.
Mary Fogarty appears as Agatha. She enjoyed a long career as a character actress, appearing in films like The War of the Roses and Swing Kids.
Listen to this note. This film was a ratings hit, drawing 22.2 million viewers and finishing as the week's second most watched program behind Frasier.
Wow.
22.2 million?
I mean, numbers we would only dream of these days.
Wow.
Hey, Wendy, what was your first impression of A Season for Miracles?
This movie had me asking one question. Are we in Stars Hollow? If you know, you know. I'm going to talk about it in my Did You See That moments.
My first impression is a courtroom moment on Christmas Eve might take the cake for 11th hour Christmas events.
I'm rolling my eyes.
At me, or at the fact that they had a full judge ready to go on Christmas Eve?
That's it.
We're going to talk about it. Tell me what you liked about this movie.
I believe this is the strongest Hallmark Hall of Fame Christmas movie we've covered this month. Though we've complained about it all month, not really Christmassy.
No, more Christmassy than some of the others, but yes. What was last week's movie?
The Christmas Train.
Oh, yeah. On par with the Christmas in the Christmas Train.
I feel like it's just one of those movies where like the movie unfolds during the season.
Yes.
But
not everything is centered in and around Christmas.
Right. And I can't help now while watching these movies, like if your husband watched this, would he hate it because it's not like traditional Christmas in terms of Hallmark Christmas movies?
He watched this movie. I mean, and he's like, it's not a Christmas movie. That's his take.
I knew
I think that's accurate. It's not really a Christmas movie. Have we been ruined for Christmas movies like because we watch Hallmark Christmas and it's like Christmas? I'm trying to think. What's a classic Christmas movie that's maybe not all Christmas all the time?
I couldn't name
Love
you one.
Actually.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Similar vibes.
Yeah. But this movie, what I do like about it, I do enjoy a story of redemption, of second chances. It's a weighty movie.
Yes.
I liked that. You could take Christmas fully out of it, and I think I'd still would like it. Like in terms,
Yeah.
It's Hallmark movies and miseries.
Absolutely. Yes. So let me tell you this. I have a really long list of wishes about this movie. Okay. That being said, I agree with you that it's the strongest that we've seen. And I really enjoyed watching it, even though there are things that I'm like going to pick apart about it. I was like, I loved the sisters, the neighbor sisters, how, of course it was a case of mistaken identity, but once they discover who she is, they ride hard for Emily. The lawyer comes in, he's like, well, where's the jewelry? Where's the silver? And they're like, right where you left it.
Yeah.
Like, we're on the right side of this.
Yeah.
here.
She's not a criminal.
Yeah. I mean, she is.
I know.
And that's the thing. It's this movie made me root for her, even though I was kind of like, what are you doing? Like, you can't do this. And I was nervous for her the entire time.
Yeah.
I was rooting for her and rooting for these kids and happy when these kids were getting to sleep in these warm beds and getting these lovely experiences with people who loved them and cared about them and seeing a town rally around you.
Yeah.
And a rally around these kids. It was kind of lovely.
It was kind of lovely, but I also have some wishes. One of the things I really liked is Patty Duke's Angel. This is how I like angels done in movies. I was comparing it in my mind to Providence Falls. There's the angel storyline in that. And if you remember that element, which I didn't like in that movie, but it was like they would put them in, and I'm quoting, like heaven or some sort of supernatural existence that was hard as a viewer for me to like buy into. Here we just have Patty Duke as the angel, just an angel on earth. She's just amongst the people, right?
Yeah, she's existing as a waitress or as a file clerk.
Just opening the doors, pointing people in the right direction, giving the
bartender
encouragement you need.
Yeah, it's like elements of magical realism to it.
And that's what I love. That was probably my favorite thing about it.
Instead of, like you said, like heavenly beings.
Yeah.
Existing on another plane.
Exactly.
I am the world's biggest fan of baby Mae Whitman. Have you seen the movie One Fine Day?
I mean, a million years ago.
I haven't seen it in a long time either. I have no idea if it holds up. But when I think about that movie, I think about two scenes. One is Michelle Pfeiffer in the backseat of a cab putting her son's dinosaur t-shirt on and like fixing her eye makeup. And the other is young Mae Whitman, who is maybe all of 4 in that movie, under a table in a shop with a kitten. And she's the cutest thing I have ever seen. She's a little bit older than that in this movie. She is an absolute star of a child actor.
Agree.
Who has transcended child acting to becoming an absolute star as an adult, which is a very rare thing.
Agree.
Because a lot of kids that are real cute and get by on just because they're cute doesn't really translate.
She's super talented.
She's incredibly talented. I loved her as this. I mean, you just felt for her. She was just this child who was wise beyond her years because she had to be.
Mae Whitman was born as a 40-year-old.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And to me, she acts circles around the adults.
Yeah.
She's really good.
She's incredible. I'm so glad I mean, this whole cast, when they come on screen and you're like, Laura Dern, what are you doing here?
Totally.
I thought it was great casting. I thought Laura Dern as the, drug addict, hardened sister.
Which they didn't like shy away from.
No, that's kind of the thing that I like about this movie that isn't in my notes, but they don't really shy away from a lot of the hard topics. Like they talk about how her mom was a drug addict and she nearly overdosed, and the dangers of the foster care, not dangers, but the challenges of the foster care.
Yeah, 2026
system.
Hallmark would never.
No.
Never.
No. And they really, the sister, while not the perfect placement on paper, was clearly the best choice for these kids and had to make some hard decisions. I love that this really goes there.
Yeah, me too.
Topics.
Me too. I think David Conrad is so damn sexy. Nathan, the love interest in this movie. I think he's very handsome. I do not understand like why he's not in more projects. I was looking at his IMDb. He's in stuff, but like this
you watched The Ghost Whisperer, right?
I loved The Ghost Whisperer.
So when he came on screen, you recognized him.
I knew exactly who he was. Yeah.
To me, I didn't. He was brand new to me, and some of the other faces are so familiar that I kind of was like, who is this guy?
I wonder what he looks like today.
Oh, yeah.
Because this was 1999, right? Could he play like a second chance romance lead on Hallmark today? He looks the same. These are all these current images of him. I don't see anything super current, but I like him. I like him. My last like is just this cast is so stacked. Laura Dern, Patty Duke, Kathy Baker, Lynn Redgrave, Tony Award-winning Mary Louise Wilson. So many recognizable faces kept appearing on my screen. Like when Lynn Redgrave comes as the judge, I was like I couldn't tell you like, oh, Lynn Redgrave has been in this. I just know as she's a recognizable face.
Absolutely.
Right? And I love
probably what drew people to this TV movie. They're like, I'm going to watch this movie with Laura Dern in it.
Totally. I know you hated the whole judge on Christmas Eve, but Lynn Redgrave as the judge who is just highly annoyed made me LOL. Just like every sarcastic observation that she had, I loved.
Well, let's take a quick break and come right back to talk what we wished for. So, as I said, are you raising your hand or stretching? Overall, I really liked this movie, but we cannot not talk about some of these things. I want to be clear. I didn't hate the scene in the courtroom, But the reality is they would have absolutely let Emily rot in jail over the holiday. They would not have rushed a small town Christmas Eve pulled away from your dinner. This was not, while you could argue that it was an emergency, it wasn't an actual emergency. Like the kids would have been okay. You know, it wasn't actually going to happen. That's
Right.
While I was rooting for Emily and the children, I had a hard time rooting for Emily and Nathan because I thought he stepped into daddy duty a little bit too quick. We're talking about a 2-week span of time.
Yeah.
While these kids needed these strong adult figures in their life, the fact that the solution, because they're like, Emily doesn't have a place to live. He's like, she can move in with me because I love her and I think we should get married. And I thought, wow, okay, we're going to assume happily ever after. But the reality is you've known each other for 2 weeks and what these kids actually need is stability.
Right.
Was there not a single other solution we could come up with that would have put them into a stable home instead of being like, well, let's throw them into, not only are they living with their aunt serving as their parental figure because mom's in jail for the next 5 years, but now they got a new daddy.
Yeah.
And what if that romantic relationship doesn't work out?
Yeah. Good questions. Maybe a better solution would have been like the 2 neighbor sisters to be like, they can come live with us.
Absolutely.
We're stable.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We got these big homes we're rattling around in. We don't need all this space.
Right.
And they clearly loved having the kids around. Yes.
Yeah, I agree with you there. While I liked Nathan and I enjoyed his big monologue at the end, what I hated was I love her. We're gonna get married, whatever declaration. It's been 2 weeks, like you said, and nearly 5 hours ago he was playing bad cop, giving her shaking her down. The hardened criminal that she was.
Wasn't interested in listening to her side of the story.
Not at all. Not at all. This movie, it was like one thing after another in terms of like accepting Emily's decisions to run away with the children. Like it was really push and pull with me. Like she was doing the right thing, but not doing the right thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? Yes, they needed a place to stay. She was following the instructions from the lady that she at the diner. It wasn't going to harm anybody to sleep in this house one night. It's
and then they keep staying and they turn it into their home and they decorate it. And
that's when I was like, oh no, she's falling further and further down the hole here. It's going to be harder to explain.
Yes. Yes. You could almost explain away the one night there.
Right.
But then when they just move on in and make it their home, and I was just so nervous for her at every turn, because if that were me, I would not be able to relax.
No, I know.
Knowing that someone could find me out at any moment.
Yeah. There's that one point where I'm like, okay, she can explain to Nathan, to everybody, like, these are my sister's kids. Like, she didn't have to pretend like she was their mom, but these are my sister's kids and my sister's in jail and the state wants to take them away. I'm the best caretaker for them. Like, that feels explainable. But then squatting at somebody's house, pretending to be somebody else, like this gets a little more.
I agree.
A little more messy.
I agree.
My only other biggest wish is it's all in line with like Nathan and his big speech and the ending. It's all resolved so neatly because it is a Christmas miracle that's the only element of Christmas here besides the angel, really. But the judge is like, okay, yeah, you're good. I'm not even sure what the judge is here. What's this hearing for? Is it because she was like squatting and trespassing in somebody's house?
The children.
Right. But why would a family court judge would oversee that? I guess.
She's just the small town judge. So they're trying to decide because I guess they're going to take the kids away and they don't want to take the kids away and they don't think she should be in jail and this whole situation.
Would the social worker actually be there to
It's a little contrived. And again, I was rooting for them, but I was thinking as soon as she runs away with the kids, the movie poster is Emily and Nathan and the kids, happy family. And so I kept thinking there is no way in which we get to that place that makes any sense.
Right.
And it doesn't make sense. But I guess we're just here for the happy ending. And I did love that her sister, the social worker at one point in the movie, is questioning her. And she's like, I don't know where she is, but they are in the best place. Like, those kids are okay. Mm-hmm. You need to chill. I did understand the social worker. She's like, you don't have a job. How are you going to take care of them? You don't have a place to live.
She was asking the right questions.
Where was she living before? Like, why couldn't she take the kids back to... How was she taking care of herself before?
Yeah, we didn't have any context of, like, where she came from.
I'm going to go back to school and be a nurse. But what were you doing before your sister called you?
Yeah. You know, I wonder, would it have been better if Emily was kind of on hard times too, but not to the extent of her sisters?
Yeah, I think so.
You know, but she's just, like, so adorable and cute and, like, looks put together, except she drives a shitty car and, like, doesn't have any money.
Yeah. I have one more wish. And that is that Alana is a struggling reader. They talk about that. I thought it was actually very cute when they do the little scavenger hunt with, like, towel, right? Like, common words, like, kind of sight word scavenger hunt. And then it leads her to the library and to this book, The Secret Garden. Okay. As a lover of books and a lover of reading, I agree that Alana was a struggling reader and therefore she didn't want to read, which I understand. To get someone to love to read, you've got to find them a book that they're excited about. And so you don't want to use, like, these primers, like these I Can Read books that are terrible stories. But I'm going to nitpick here. A kid who can't read well is not going to be able to access The Secret Garden. She's like, I loved this book. Such a great story. If you can barely decode the words on the page, you can't comprehend the story that it's telling. Like, there needed to be another gateway book, I thought. That's all.
Okay.
The former teacher in me was irritated. We're just creating more frustration for poor Alana here with this book. Are you ready for Did You See That?
I am. And it goes back to my first impression. I asked if we were in Stars Hollow. Yes, we are. This movie was filmed on the Warner Brothers backlot. Once you recognize it, you can't unsee it. There's the gazebo. The market is where Dosie's Market is at, too. I couldn't tell for sure if the diner was where Luke's diner is, but it was all in the same area, the high school. Just, I'm in a fun game of 6 degrees of separation. So this is where they filmed Gilmore Girls, right? Mae Whitman she films this movie here. She goes on to play the daughter of Lauren Graham, who is Lorelai Gilmore in Parenthood. Anyway, that's
nice. I love it. I have silly little things. One, you talked about Emily's crappy car. It has one of those automatic shoulder seat belts. And when I was a child, like 9, 10, I loved a car that had those. We never owned a car that had...
It was kind of bougie, right? It was like, this is fancy.
I really wanted a car that had, like, my mom drove an Oldsmobile station wagon for years and years and years and years and years. It did not have automatic seatbelts. And I really, really wanted at some point to own a car. And then, of course, they were phased out by the time we moved on to whatever the next car was.
Why'd they get rid of those?
I don't know. Maybe they're not as secure. I don't know. But I got to tell you, I think we had a babysitter who drove a car like that, or I knew friends that did. I grew up in a 1-story house, and I thought, like, friends that had houses with stairs were really living the life.
Oh, what I'd kill for a 1-story house right now.
Right now, me too.
God, totally.
I know. You don't know what you got till it's gone.
I grew up in a 1-story house too.
Did you?
Yeah, maybe that's just the area that Megan and I grew up in, like,
the same area.
So maybe there were just a lot of ranch houses there.
Maybe. The house we moved in after that had 1 story too. My parents, oddly, once I was in college, moved into their house now has 3 stories.
Oh, wow.
But we always lived in 1-story
stairs
house.
For like a...
Yeah, it is. It's a terrible house for people in their 70s because the main floor is the middle floor and there's no bedrooms on the main floor.
Oh.
And my mom has had many, many surgeries. And every time I'm like, this is the worst house.
Yes. Have they ever considered, like, something different?
Yes. But my mom loves that house. They were like, could we put in an elevator? Not really.
Wow. They should get those, like, remember, talk about highfalutin, those seat things that go up the stairs.
I know. I think they would sooner die, but yeah.
I know. But when we were kids and we see commercials for that, I was like, yeah, that's living, man. If I didn't have to walk my butt up a stairs as I was watching The Price is Right in my 1-story house. That was dreaming.
Living the dream.
Yeah, totally.
Can I tell you what movie we watched as a family last night?
Sure.
We watched Son-in-Law. Have you seen Son-in-Law?
Is that Pauly Shore?
Yes. I Love that movie.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
You know, it's one of those things that if you didn't see it in its time, you would probably not enjoy. But Tiffany Amber Thiessen is in it. Pauly Shore is in it. Carla Gugino is in it.
Oh, she is in this?
Yes.
Oh, that's so funny.
She's the main character in it. And I love Son-in-Law.
Is it like raunchy?
Not really. No, not really. There's some like mildly suggestive, but no, it's not raunchy. The idea is like she's a farm girl and she goes to college and Pauly Shore is her RA and he like opens her eyes to like LA and she changes and she goes back. It's a whole thing. Anyway, and she brings him back home and her family's like horrified by him. But of course they all come to love him.
Oh, I think I would like it. Did you wear your Esprit sweater? Well,
I didn't, but I should have. But it's cute. It's on Tubi, which is a free streaming platform. It's the only place it's streaming. I recommend it. Watch One Fine Day and watch Son-in-Law. Those are my movie recommendations.
That's your takeaway from this, huh?
Yeah. I only have one other to see that.
Okay, let's hear it.
At one point, Emily and Barry are talking to each other on payphones. Barry's in the jail payphone and Emily's in like a town payphone. Who called whom?
That's a good question.
Like, I know you can't call the jail. They have to call you.
Oh, really? Oh, I guess that makes sense. Okay. Yeah. Out call. Yeah, okay. Yeah, and how did Barry call a random payphone number?
Yeah. And if she did, like, wouldn't, I mean, this is 1999. It's not 1939. They could have tracked where that phone call was going. I don't know.
They could have. But don't jailhouse calls, aren't they like
monitored?
No, where they're like
recorded?
No.
Sorry.
Will you accept the charges? Collect calls. Yeah. So how do you do a collect call on a payphone? Unless like you have to feed the payphone with.
Great question.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know either. I was really stuck in that moment. I was like, who called whom? How did they make this happen? And this is when the directors are like, shh.
Yeah.
Stop it. It doesn't matter. They're going to move in with a man she's met 2 weeks ago. These are not the big problems. Tell me you did see that. Did I steal them all?
Yeah, I only had the Stars Hollow one.
Oh, got it. That was a great one. And of course, finally, the town's called Bethlehem, and there's an angel.
Toot on the nose. Toot on the nose.
What did you rate A Season for Miracles?
I gave it 3.75 stars.
I gave it 3 stars.
Ooh.
I know. Just because I was like, had to yell about it, you know?
Yeah, no, that's fair. I wonder how 22.2 million people would have rated this movie. Oh, actually, it has pretty high ratings on IMDb.
Does it?
Yeah. In the 7s, which is pretty high.
Pretty high. Hey, thanks for listening to this episode of Girls Gone Hallmark. If you love this podcast, we love your 5-star ratings and reviews. We'll be back next time with more Hallmark reviews. Goodbye.
Bye.
All right, friends, before we go, just a quick heads up. You're about to hear some ads. These little gems help us keep the show running and the Hallmark love flowing. So do with that info what you will. Grab a snack, hit the skip button, or maybe, just maybe, listen in and discover your new favorite product. Bye.